Welcome to another day, another learning, brought to you by Triad Electrical Services. During the winter months, homes typically use more electricity. Heating systems run longer, lights stay on earlier, and high-draw devices like space heaters are used more often. When electrical demand increases, safety devices such as GFCIs and AFCIs tend to trip more frequently. When that happens, many homeowners assume something is wrong with the outlet or breaker itself. In reality, these devices are often misunderstood, even though they play a critical role in protecting people and property. The use of GFCI and AFCI protection is guided by the National Electrical Code, which sets electrical safety standards across the United States to reduce shock and fire hazards in homes. GFCI stands for Ground Fault Circuit Interrupter, and its primary purpose is to protect people from electrical shock. A GFCI continuously monitors the electrical current flowing through a circuit. Under normal conditions, the electricity leaving the outlet and returning on the circuit should be equal. If the device detects even a small imbalance, it means electricity is leaking outside its intended path, possibly through moisture, damaged wiring, or a person. When this happens, the GFCI shuts off power almost instantly to reduce the risk of serious injury. That's why GFCIs are required in areas like kitchens, bathrooms, garages, laundry rooms, unfinished basements, and outdoor outlets, places where moisture exposure is more likely. During winter, GFCIs tend to trip more often due to moisture and temperature changes. Snow, rain, melting ice and condensation can introduce moisture into garages, outdoor outlets, and unfinished spaces. Even small amounts of moisture can create unsafe electrical conditions that cause the GFCI to shut the circuit off. Now, let's tackle AFCI. It stands for Arc Fault Circuit Interrupter. While GFCIs focus on shock protection, AFCIs are designed to protect homes from electrical fires. Electrical fires often start when electricity doesn't flow the way it's intended. This can happen because of damaged wiring, loose connections, worn outlets, or overloaded circuits. These conditions can generate extreme heat inside walls or electrical devices without triggering a standard breaker. According to the US Consumer Product Safety Commission, AFCIs are estimated to help prevent over 50% of home electrical fires. Arc fault circuit interrupters are designed to recognize these unsafe electrical patterns and shut the circuit off before a fire can start. In winter, AFCIs can trip more often because electrical systems are under heavier load. Space heaters, heating equipment, and longer daily use of appliances place additional stress on wiring. If connections are already worn or loose, that added demand can expose fire risk conditions inside the electrical system. When an AFCI trips, it's often responding to a real safety concern, not just a nuisance. If an AFCI trips repeatedly, it's best to have a licensed electrician evaluate the circuit to identify and correct the underlying issue safely. Outlets and switches play a major role in how both GFCIs and AFCIs respond. As electrical components age and are used daily, their internal contact points can become less reliable. This can lead to unstable power flow or unsafe electrical behavior that isn't always visible from the outside. You might notice outlets that don't hold plugs well, lights that flicker, power that cuts in and out, or switches that don't always work the way they should. When these things happen, a GFCI or AFCI tripping is often a warning that something at the outlet or switch needs attention, not that the safety device itself is faulty. Many people assume that replacing a tripping GFCI or AFCI will automatically solve the problem. In many cases, the safety device is working properly and responding to an issue elsewhere on the circuit, such as wiring problems, outlet or switch problems. Because these issues can be hidden and aren't always visible, repeating GFCI or AFCI trips are best handled by a licensed electrician who can find the source of the issue and fix it properly. Understanding how GFCIs and AFCIs work helps you recognize when your electrical system is protecting you and when it's time to look deeper. If you are in the Triangle area here in North Carolina, feel free to reach out if you have any electrical problems needed to be fixed. If you have any questions, just comment it down below. Stay safe, stay warm, and we'll see you on the next episode of Another Day, Another Learning.